gonna check my message.
Good seeing everyone. Aloha to everyone.
Okay. Let me just check real quick. And a few people wanting to jump in, but no, that's okay. Got it on record. Okay, so today we're going to extend our breath practice in a different way. Kind of piggybacking on the idea of the emptying, we will be focusing a little bit more on our exhale of releasing the air out and holding in the stillness. Hello, Anat. How are you? Welcome. So over the past with the classes, you know, we focus a lot on the breath and how the breath moves through the body, also how prana moves through the body, which is not just the breath, but it's how the energy flows, all the liquids, how things flow in harmony. And oftentimes in our life, we get little restrictions in different parts of the body. So the prana, the life force energy, also known as, is not flowing efficiently through the body. Hey, Nat. And so when working with the breath helps to kind of break free these parts of our body that feel stuck. So there are these energy centers in the body, and we talk about in the Hindu tradition in yoga, which are called the chakras. So the chakras lay along this energy line, the Sushumna Nadi, which we'll go into later at some point. But today I really want to focus on our base chakra. So our base chakra, our root chakra, also known as Muladhara Chakra, it rests between the genitals and the anus, so the perineum, right in that area. And that's where the chakra is, the energy place within the body. But in traditional yoga, they also say that it's like about 3 fists below the base of the pelvis. So when I'm working with the root chakra, I connect to not only my pelvis, but also to the legs, to my feet. And I like to visualize myself connecting into the earth. Our root chakra is associated with safety, security, stability within our lives, feeling grounded, feeling connected, right? Feeling safe. And also with our primal nature. So not only our connection to our physical body, this is our like connected to our physical body and the earth, but also connected to our ancestors and our lineage. And sometimes there can be a little bit of a distortion and an inability or a lack of a desire to want to connect to our past, because maybe there were some things that didn't feel quite right, or some things that happened that we don't want to think about. So connecting to our root chakra will help us bring into balance and harmony that part of us that's connected to our ancestors from a place of forgiveness, you know, not having to turn away from, but seeing it clearly and still being connected to our center and to our root, to our grounding rod. Also, right now, this is a time where this part of our body and our life is threatened, or it might seem to be for some of us. Our stability, you know, not only with like where we're at, our home, our financial abundance, but also our health, like how healthy our body is. So in practice today, we're going to cultivate this connection and awareness to our root chakra with our breath, also with certain postures, and engaging the root lock, which is known as the Mula Bandha. So all of those things being said, we are going to get started in a comfortable seat, lifting our hips up above our knees if you have a prop. If not, it's okay. So for me today, I'm going to use a bolster and getting something really nice and comfortable. If you have a block, using a block to lift up your hips. But we want to have our knees draping down and our hips higher than our knees, so there's this flow of energy through the hips. Sometimes when we're compressed right here, the energy doesn't flow as well. So let's have an open hip space. And also feeling our sit bones rooted to the prop underneath us and beginning to connect with the root chakra, this base of the pelvis, the base of our spine even. And if you need to kind of get the wiggles out, finding your root, hands can come on the knees to begin. And then just inviting the eyes to close gently. And allow the vision, the gaze to turn inward. And first off, just bringing some awareness into how you're feeling in this moment. Doing your best to come from a place where we're not judging ourselves or how we feel. We become the unmoving witness. Just noticing how each day we feel a little bit different. The quality of our breath, of our thoughts is different. Feeling the connection of the sit bones rooted heavy on the prop that you may be sitting on, or even on the ground. And then feeling that connection to the feet on the ground as well. If you want to, the mudra or hand posture for the root chakra is Jhana mudra, bringing the first finger and the thumb pads to touch. If you'd like to invite this mudra in to bring a little bit more awareness and focus into the practice, you can as well. Palms to the sky, fingertip to thumb tip touching. Allowing the shoulders to be soft, the heart, collarbone spread wide and open, feeling the extension out the crown of the head. And letting this practice, this next 60 minutes or so, be a time where you can really attune to the subtle energy, to the awareness deep inside the body, beneath the mind, beneath the exterior world. And as you begin to pull your awareness, your attention, your focus into the physical form, begin to invite breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing in even deeper, more fine-tuned awareness to the breath and how it moves through the body. Allowing and inviting that exhale to be a release of any mental or physical, emotional tension. And then inviting another breath in through the nose, and this time, as you exhale, sending your awareness down the spine and into the pelvic floor. So each inhale, bringing the breath in. Exhale can come out of the mouth or out of the nose, but sending the awareness down the spine and into the pelvis. Making the contact with that root chakra, the Muladhara Chakra, the base of the spine, the coccygeal plexus, the perineum. And every time you exhale and reach that point, begin to visualize this beautiful red color. Red is the color of the root chakra. And noticing your connection to your safety, stability, your primal energy, the earth. And if you're not sure, starting to cultivate a relationship with this part of you. Maybe each time you inhale and exhale, expanding the breath in and deepening the breath out. Maybe even visualizing roots coming out of your tailbone or your legs into the earth, connecting with the core of the earth, that fiery magma, liquid red color. Feeling yourself even more connected to you, to yourself, to that true essence of who you are beneath the skin. And then if your hands are in Jnana Mudra, go ahead and place the palms down on top of the knees and feeling that connection from the palms into the knees. Keeping your eyes closed and keeping that connection to the body and the breath. Well, I read you an excerpt from my book on chakras, The Wheels of Life. And chakras are like these vortices, these energy centers that are either pulling energy in or sending energy out. And the key here is to bring balance and harmony into these chakras, these energy centers. Our roots are made from our guts, the instinctual feelings that get programmed from the memories of our past, our racial and cultural heritage, and the indestructible fabric of our being. C.J. Jung describes this instinctual base as the realm of the collective unconscious, a vast and powerful realm of inherited instincts and evolutionary trends. When we reclaim these roots, we strengthen who we are and draw on the vast wisdom of the instinctual realm. When we are grounded, we are humble and close to the earth. We live simply in a state of grace. We can embrace stillness, solidity, and clarity, grounding out the stresses of everyday life and increasing the vitality of our basic life force. Letting the words just settle in, sifting through your perceptions of awareness, of your connection to your connection, your root, your safety. And when we're not in balance with this chakra, we may feel worry, fear. And so today, my intention is to help us to bring more awareness into this place in our lives and within our bodies, and using these methods as a tool to reconnect with ourselves daily. And bringing your hands to your heart, keeping the eyes closed, the mind soft, jaw soft. Remembering through this practice today, if anything does not feel good for your body or you need to adjust, please listen to yourself and make the adjustments as needed. Now, the mantra that resonates and connects to the root chakra is LAM, L-A-M. So instead of Om today, to begin the class, we're going to do 3 LAMs. So first, we will exhale all the air out of our lungs. Inhaling to chant long. One more. Bowing your chin to your chest in gratitude towards yourself and humility towards yourself for showing up today. Breathing in acceptance and awareness as we move. Gentleness and kindness. And then slowly batting the eyes open. Bringing the hands down. And if you have a prop that you're sitting on, go ahead and move that out of the way. Also, if you have blocks, have them ready, just in case. If you don't, that's okay. We're going to start class today sitting in Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So you might want a blanket underneath your seat if you have tight hips. We're going to start knees out, soles of the feet together. If you want to pull the flesh away of your booty so your sit bones feel more rooted, you can. But all we're going to do to begin is either bring the hands on the front sides of the ankles, maybe even on the knees, or peace fingers in the front around the toes, or even hands on the bottoms of the pinky side of the feet. Just as long as you can keep your spine tall and erect, keeping the chin tucked in slightly. And then begin by just inhaling and lengthening the exhale. And as you lengthen the exhale, feel the belly button pulling in towards the spine and up. Once again, feeling that connection to the pelvic floor, to your root chakra. Stimulating awareness and presence in this area. And then on your next exhale, lifting the pelvic floor along with the belly button and then pressing the heels together. So on your inhale, your pelvis is relaxed, your legs are relaxed. On your exhale, you press the heels together and lift the pelvic floor. Start to notice the connection from the heels all the way up the inner thigh into the pelvis. A few more times. And then your next inhale, pull, lift the heart through, and exhale, just fold over the legs, relaxing the palms up towards the sky, maybe grabbing a block and placing it underneath the forehead. Maybe you need 2 blocks. No matter where you're at, relaxing the breath, relaxing the spine over the legs. Maybe over a cat or a dog, like I have right now. This is PBJ coming to play. Breathing into the inner thighs and the hips, sacrum, the glutes. And then slowly lifting your spine up. Bringing the hands on the outsides of the knees, bringing the knees together. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees for a moment. Flexing the toes. So we always talk about the root chakra at the base of the pelvic floor, but I like to open up the feet when I work on the root chakra as well. And I imagine these little chakras at the base of my feet. Really becoming aware of my feet helps me stay grounded and connected more than just focusing on my pelvic floor only. So what we'll do, if you can see behind PBJ's body, is flexing the toes, bringing the pinkies out, hands underneath the shoulders. So we'll start here, knees are together. If this is easy, walking the hands up the knees. If you need, find your support, maybe with a blanket or a block underneath your booty. Keep yourself lifted. Maybe you just keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Either way, find a nice edge, a place where you can hold for a few breaths. If you're all the way up, feeling that spine lifting and erect, closing the eyes and connecting back with the breath, and lengthening the exhales longer than your inhales. And at the bottom of your exhale, or even the entire exhale, feel the lift of the pelvic floor. Sometimes the chakra can be underactive, more stagnant. Sometimes it can be overactive, maybe more erratic. So what we're trying to do is to either open up, bring more energy to this area, or maybe pull in, rein in some of that energy that's running around, create a nice balanced spin of this chakra. Breathing into the bottoms of the feet, toes, into the legs, up into the hips. One more breath here. And slowly coming down, pointing the toes back if you were all the way up. Getting a real brief stretch in the shins and the front sides of the legs. And then next, we're just gonna make our way up into a forward fold. So feet are underneath the hips. You want your feet about 2 fist width away from each other. Toes are pointing forward, feet are parallel. Nice bend in the knees. And just melt your spine over your legs, relaxing your head and neck. Pressing slightly down through the heels. Again, maybe visualizing roots coming out of your feet and feeling that energy moving up the back of the legs and into the pelvis. And as you exhale, lifting the pelvic floor. One more breath here. Keeping the chin tucked, pressing into the feet, rolling up one vertebrae at a time on your inhale, letting the hands and the head be heavy. Slowly stacking each vertebrae on top of each other, ending by opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back, palms towards the front. Maybe get a bend, a little bounce in the knees. Roll the shoulders. Maybe roll the neck. And from here, what we're gonna do is you're just gonna inhale the arms only up. And we'll exhale them down. Before we begin to move a little bit more, I'm just gonna note that if your breath capacity is not as expanded or long as I'm counting, you can continue to count, but you can breathe a little bit less than that. So say if you can only do a 3 count inhale, come up to 3, but then just keep counting in your head. Do the best you can without straining. So next we're gonna inhale our arms up. And then we're gonna exhale for a count of 4. Once again, just inhale, lift the arms. Exhaling for 5, lifting the pelvic floor. Feeling the energy moving up the legs. Inhale, reach up, press down. Exhaling for 6. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale for 7. Put the palms away, inhale, reaching up and back. Exhaling, hands come to the heart. Bringing the hands back behind the hamstrings here, the base of the glutes. And you're gonna inhale, lift, keep the chin tucked in slightly. And then exhale, drag the hands along the hamstrings, folding over. Inhale, lift halfway up. Keeping the chin tucked, exhale for 4. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale for 5, slowing it down. Pressing through the heels. Inhaling, halfway, shoulders back, heart pulls through. Exhale for 6, and I need 5. My bad, 5. Inhaling, lift, halfway. Again, exhale for 6 this time. Lift up halfway. Stay on the chest, the breath, and then slow it down. Exhale for 7. Hold the breath out at the end of the exhale. Stay in your forward fold. And then press root to rise. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Flip the palms away. Exhale, hinge the hips, bend the knees, forward fold, lift the pelvic floor. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, plant your hands down, step back with the left foot first, and then step back with the right foot. Staying in your plank position. If this is too much for you today, you can always bring the knees down. Feeling the extension out the heels, engagement of the legs, lifting of the low belly and the pelvic floor. Inhaling here, reach out the crown of the head, reach out the heels. Exhale, lift the low belly, lift the pelvic floor. Doing that again. Inhale, reach out. Press the earth away. Exhale, pull in, belly, pelvic floor. This time, one more. Inhale. Exhale, tap the knees down, then the elbows come all the way to the ground. Hands come next to the chest, pressing the tops of the toes and the hips down. Inhale, lift up gently, gentle cobra. Exhaling, come down. Inhale, press, lift a little bit higher. Extend out the crown of the head, look down at the ground. Exhale, come down. Last time, press, lift, inhale. This time, exhale, hips come up, coming through tabletop, flipping the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So finding your down dog here. Down dog is a really great posture to access the Muladhara, which is that root lock to help us connect to our root chakra. As you inhale, feel the hips widening, your breath expanding the torso, then as you exhale, lifting that low belly beneath the belly button. It's about 2 fingers below the belly button, in towards the spine. A few more breaths here in your down dog. Wrapping the triceps in towards each other, towards the head. Drawing the shoulder blades up towards the hips, spreading the hips wide. Then bend slightly into the right knee, straighten the left heel back. Breathe into the back side of the left leg. Visualizing the nerves going out of the sacrum into the earth like roots. Visualizing the color of red like magma. Switching, bending the left knee, straightening the right. Extend out the heel. Even dropping the heart closer towards that left knee. Coming back to center. Inhaling onto the tip toes. Exhaling, bending the knees, send the heels back. Do that again. Inhale onto the tip toes. Exhale, heels go back. This time, inhale onto the tiptoes, look between the hands, bend the knees, and then walk heel to toe to the front of the mat to a forward fold. Draping the arms over the legs. This time, you're going to grab a block, if you have one, and we're going to place the block really close up into the crotch, between the legs, long ways, so the back of the block comes out. Make it a different color, so you guys can see. So it's going to come out this farther back, and you're going to stay in a forward fold here. If you have it, if not, just pretend. So forward fold, squeeze the block together. Doing your best to find a place where you don't have to readjust that much. And then inhale, lift halfway. Hands can come up blocks if you have them or need it, otherwise the floor or the shins. And reaching the arms out into a T, shoulders go back, reach out the fingers, squeeze the block. And then inhaling, reaching the arms up to Tadasana. Hands come back down next to the hips. So taking a few moments here, hands can be next to the hips or at the heart. Eyes can be open or closed. Playing around with squeezing the block and relaxing the block. Maybe even lifting up the toes, spreading the toes, feeling the rooting through all four corners of the foot, and then placing them back down. Feeling the sensations moving through the body, which could include the mind, the emotions. What are you noticing? And then inhale, reach the arms up, squeezing the block. Continuing to squeeze, exhale, squeeze the block, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come up again. Press, inhale, reach, root to rise. Press through the feet, reach up through the hands, squeeze the block. And then exhale, hands come down next to the hips. Do that again. Inhale, sweep up, squeeze the block. Hinge at the hips, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the hips back. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, plant the hands, and best you can, you waddle your way back into a plank position. Squeezing the block in your plank. Stand out the heels, engage. Inhaling here. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog with the block. Shake out the neck, the head, relax. Inhale, expand, exhale, squeeze the block. And look between the hands. Inhale onto the toes, exhale, bend the knees, and maybe waddle yourself to the front, forward fold. Inhaling, lift halfway, reach the arms out. Exhaling, reach all the way up, straighten the legs. Hands come together, inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, swing the hands to the heart. Go ahead and remove the block, place it to the side. And then reaching up and back. Exhaling, forward fold. This time, inhale, lift the heart, pull through. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. And then the left foot to the back of the mat. Your choice here to come down to chaturanga and then the elbows. Up dog or cobra. Medium back and downward facing dog. Shake out the head and the neck. Look between the hands, inhale onto the toes. Your choice to even hop or walk to the front of the mat. And press root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hands come to the heart, then to the hips. Taking another moment here, eyes closed, feeling the sensations. The opening, feeling the connection to your roots, to your safety. How connected are you to the primal nature, to what is real and raw and authentic for you? And you connect to that place beneath the fear and the worries about what's next. But really focus on what's happening right here and now. Bringing your hands to your heart, we're going to lean over into our right foot. We're going to find balance in the right foot. Tapping the left heel on the outside of the left ankle, maybe on the calf, or all the way up into that hip crease. Into the right here, the adductors. So we're coming straight into our tree pose. So your tree pose may be down here, or maybe you just want to stand. Pressing the left sole of the foot into the inner thigh of the right leg, and then pressing down through that right heel. Hands can come to the heart, hips, or all the way high, like our leaves, our branches of our tree. Eyes can be open, or play with closing them if you'd like. Full breath in, full breath out, lifting the pelvic floor. And then from here, bringing the hands to the heart if they're already up, bringing that left foot off of the inner thigh, up into the chest, and then reaching that left foot back into your crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, right hip goes back, left hip rotates forward, bending this left knee slightly to align the hips, and then straightening it back out. Reaching the arms up to the sky, up and out of the hips. Inhaling here. Exhaling for 4, lifting the pelvic floor. Again, inhaling. Exhaling for 5. 2 more times, inhaling, exhaling for 6, then 7 on your own time. Cultivating that focus, that stillness and presence. Inhaling now, your last one. Whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale and reach up. And exhaling, your hands come back to the heart. Leaning forward on that right foot, sweeping the left leg up for a moment into warrior 3, until you're ready to place it back down next to the right foot. Bouncing into the legs, maybe shaking the hips out. And so coming to the other side. So if you're a little bit behind or ahead, go ahead and listen to the pace of your body and you can catch up. No need to rush if we're going faster than you are. Leaning into that left foot this time, bringing that right heel on the outside of the ankle, the calf, or inside of the left thigh. Key is to not have the foot on the knee. Nice bend in that left foot, the left knee, right sole of the foot on the inside of the left thigh. Squeezing, pressing that right heel into the adductors of the left leg while extending out the left heel into the ground. Hand comes wherever it feels best. And allow yourself to wobble a little bit. Right? Like in life, we don't want to try to make everything fit nice and perfect and be super strong. Allow yourself to flow like the tree. You know, some of the strongest trees are the ones that can bend with the intensity of the wind. So allow yourself to bend and shift and move. Connecting back with a full deep breath. Settling in, rooting down. If your arms want to go up, try that. If you got this down, maybe close the eyes. Each time you exhale, really pulling the low belly in and up. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Keeping that connection to the ground and then bringing that right knee into the chest. And then stepping it back into your high crescent lunge. Once you're here, bend that right knee, rotate the right hip forward, left hip back, then straighten it back out. Sweeping the arms up if it feels okay for you. If not, you can always keep your hands at the heart. And we'll begin our practice with a nice full inhale. And exhaling for a count of 4, lifting the pelvic floor and low belly. We're going to go up to 7, so your next one will be an exhale of 5, then an exhale of 6, then an exhale of 7. Keeping your gaze and your eyes soft, jaw soft, mind placed in the heart or maybe even in the belly. Calming down the worries of the mind, the concerns, the fears. After your last round, you'll inhale and reach. And your exhale will be hands to the heart. If you're not quite there yet, continue, take your time, then pick up or catch up. Leaning into that left leg. When you're ready, lifting the right leg up into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3, just for a moment. And then placing the right foot next to the left. Walking the feet as wide as the mat, nice bend in the feet, and swinging the arms around like a windmill, spinning the arms. So real quick, unwind for any tension that might have risen up during that practice. Good. And then coming back into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Feeling again, rooted into the ground. Sweeping the arms up, overhead, up and back. Exhaling, hands to the heart. This time, inhale, right foot comes into the chest. Bringing the right knee out to the right and then extending it back into our Warrior 2 pose. So here we are in our Warrior 2. Left knee is bent in the same direction as the toes. Back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. So we're bisecting left heel to right arch. We're going to do a similar thing here as we just did in our crescent. So you can bring your hands to the heart, to a T, or at the legs. So you're going to inhale, exhale for 4, 5, 6, and 7. You need to straighten that left leg, you always can. But here we are really working with our nervous system. We're working with our ability to connect to our breath, to focus, laser pointed focus. This practice will help us when we get into situations where we feel overwhelmed or anxious, afraid, or worried, to find our security, our rooting, and our safety. Maybe you can close the eyes. Anytime you feel distracted, connect to that breath and the body. Doing your best to keep that left knee bent. If you need to straighten at any point, go for it. After you finish your last round, your hands come to the heart. And then this right hand goes down the right leg, left arm goes up and over for a moment for a reverse warrior. Full breath there, reaching out of that left hip, bending the left elbow, bringing it on top of that left knee. You can always use a block in front or behind the leg. And reaching up out of that right hip. Pulling the ribs in, reaching out. If you want a little bit more, you can always bring this left arm out as well. And then rotating the torso down towards that left leg, coming onto the toes of the right leg. And then placing the hands down, framing that left foot. From here, you can either come straight back to down dog or take a vinyasa, which is chaturanga up dog or cobra. Once in down dog, full breaths here. Inhale onto the toes, up between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees. You can hop this time or just walk between the hands to a forward fold. And then press root to rise, reaching the arms to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Other side. This time leaning into the right foot, bring the left knee into the chest. And opening that left knee out, rotate it back. Extend to the back of the mat, warrior two. Finding your position out into a T or hands at the heart. Coming back into our breath practice here. We're going to inhale, exhale for 4. Lift the pelvic floor, 5, 6, and 7. So begin whenever you're ready to inhale. Staying connected to the feet as you exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Churning the energy at the base of the pelvis. You might start to feel some tingling, some movement. We are refining our awareness here with our breath, our energy, pulling it in so we can utilize it effectively and efficiently in our lives when we need it. And after you've exhaled for 7, left hand comes down on the leg, reaching up and back with the right arm, reverse warrior. Bend into that right knee. And then bending the right elbow, pressing down onto the right knee, space underneath that right armpit. Reaching the left arm up and over, pressing down into the left heel, out of the left fingertips. Stay here, or reaching that right arm out, a little bit more core activation and engagement. Full breath. And rotate the chest to the ground, come onto the toes of the left foot. And then placing your hands down into your low aggressive lunge. From here, we're just going to walk our hands over to the front, coming into our Pasarita wide-legged forward fold. Bend into the right knee, and your hands can go underneath you, or maybe you can grab the toes, if that feels good and available to you. And we're just going to inhale, lift our chest, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, lift, pelvic floor engages. 2 more times, inhale. Right knee's bent, exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale all the air out, lift the pelvic floor, hold after the exhale. And inhale, switch through center, bend the left knee. Same thing on this side, 4 rounds of inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift, pull the heart through, look down, tuck the chin. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Expand the breath and contract the belly and the pelvic floor. Forward fold, exhale all the air out. Hold the breath out after the exhale, maybe for 4, 5, or 6 counts. And And then when you're ready, inhale, come to your center, straighten both legs. If you can, flipping the toes out, bending the knees slightly, bringing the hands on top of the knees. A few times here, inhaling, exhaling, lifting the pelvic floor, lift the belly. You can do this with straight legs as well. Looking down at the ground. Visualizing the center of the earth, the roots, all the rocks that you have to go through for the roots to connect to the center of the earth. And then straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Go and step to the front of your mat and making your way down to your belly. You need to do a vinyasa or something before you get here, go for it, your choice. Otherwise, just meet me on your belly in Sphinx pose, palms down, elbows to the hips, pulling the heart through, opening the chest. Looking down at the front of your mat. And then bringing the forehead down, hands come next to the chest like in a cobra prep. And you're going to inhale, lift the legs, lift the chest into Shalabhasana. So what we're going to do here, we're going to inhale, rotate the toes out, widen the legs. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. If this hurts your back, you can always bring your forehead down. We're going to do about 4 rounds of these. So inhale, open the legs. Exhale, squeeze. Rotate the toes down. Inhale, rotate the toes out, heels in. Exhale, rotate the toes towards each other. Squeeze, engage pelvic floor. 2 more. Look down, tuck the chin in. Exhale, squeeze. Look down to your mat. Last time, inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, 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 hold out. And slowly come down. Looking over to the left side, right cheeks on the hands or on the ground. Taking a rest here, maybe shake the hips. Feeling the body resting, letting go of all effort in the breath, in the body. Then look to the other side, left cheek down. And slowly pressing yourself up, coming to a seat. Bringing the knees up if you can. If you need a blanket or something to sit on, go ahead and find that. This is bent knee Upavishta, which is our wide-legged straddle. Gonna get cozy here, reaching the arms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Keeping the integrity of the spine, inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge forward. You might need to walk your feet out if it's too much. 2 more, inhale, reach. Hinge at the hip, keep the spine erect, so go as far as you can without flexing the spine. Inhale, reach. Last time, exhale. This time, go ahead and fold the spine over the legs. Tuck the chin in. And then from this position, slowly straightening the legs. Come into your Upavishta Konasana. If this is way too much for you, find your props, blocks, anything else to support your arms, your shoulders, your head. Toes going up towards the sky, and just relax here for a few breaths. Breathing into the pelvis, into all the muscles that attach into the pelvis. Feeling that intimate connection with your pelvic floor and the earth beneath you. And then slowly walking yourself up, bringing the hands beneath the knees and slowly dragging the heels together, legs together. And then from here, we're just going to walk ourselves down to our backs, crossing the right ankle over the left into a figure four. Staying here, or if you'd like, grabbing that left hamstring, pulling the legs towards you. In your figure four, keeping the right toes flexed. And let this be more yin-like, so letting go of any pulling intensely. Just let yourself rest in this posture. Sometimes in life, we are seeking for safety and support outside of ourselves, seeking for others to validate our experience, to be our saviors. One of the most empowering moments for me was the moment when I realized I didn't need the environment I was in to determine if I felt safe or not. It was in that moment that I recognized that the safety resided within me. And as long as I could connect and reconnect to that safety within myself, I felt safe in the world around me and the people that I interacted with, in the conversations and relationships. And I felt safe and trusting in knowing when to step forward to take action and when to step back and reflect and readjust and refocus where I am going or was going. So feeling that the safety and the strength and stability comes from within and is not determined by anything in the world around us, no matter how much it may seem so. Releasing the left foot down and switching sides, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, leaving it here or bringing that right knee to the chest. Breathing into the hips, allowing all the residing residual tension to soften. Breathing into the pelvic floor and opening that channel of energy, and when you exhale, sending that energy up the spine, up and out the crown of the head. And slowly, when you're ready, releasing the right foot, extending the legs out as wide as your mat, maybe shaking out your legs, palms to the sky, surrendering yourself into your Shavasana. Once you've rested here, feeling the bones, the body, the skin drop. Once again, breathing through the nose, pulling that energy in and sending it down the spine into the pelvic floor, out the legs, into the earth. The mind tends to wander, bringing back in the mantra of Lam. Or maybe giving yourself a mantra that might be helpful for you right now, like, I am safe, I am secure. Any other mantra that might help you, repeating that over in your head as you rest here in Shavasana. Feel so safe and secure in your body that you can let your consciousness drift. You can surrender and let go of any tensions or worries you've been holding on to, even if just for this moment. What would happen if you surrendered your worries, anxieties, and concerns? Continuing to rest here in your Shavasana, letting your mind, your consciousness wander. If you are capable and able to stay here even longer, go ahead and stay here as long as you can. Otherwise, bringing the awareness back to the pelvic floor, to that root chakra, that wheel, the energy center, the place where we are connected to our roots, that stable foundation for our lives, the place where we feel at ease, solid, like the foundation of our home. We have a must-have, a stable foundation to build on as we move forward in life. And feeling that connection to our roots, to our ancestors. Feeling gratitude for all the lessons and the growth and everything that's brought us to this moment. Breathing in that beautiful red color, maybe a red magma or even silk. Through our legs, up our spine, infusing our whole body with the frequency and energy of this red. Feeling rooted and connected to the truth of who we are. As our spine lights up with bright white light. Gently bringing movement into our fingers and toes, our neck, our jaw, our ears. Looking right to left. Again, if you can stay here longer, please just rest in your Shavasana. Reaching up overhead, staying really intimately connected with that root. As we move, and then slowly bringing your knees into your chest. Taking a moment here to give yourself a hug, relaxing the belly and the pelvic floor. Allowing energy to flow into this space. Maybe even waking up dormant energy, prana. And then reaching either your left or right arm overhead and rolling to your side. Taking a moment here in your fetal pose, embryo. Remembering the moment in our mother's womb. The connection to our primal nature, to our roots. And And slowly pressing yourself up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed, switching the cross of your legs. Hands facing down now on the knees. Letting the lips part and the jaw be relaxed here, eyes soft. We get in touch with this root chakra, with our primal nature. It means getting in touch with everything that we're feeling. The pain, the joy, and changing and shifting our relationship with it, allowing it to be present so we can grow and heal and rest in a place of more ease and safety, stability and support. Bring the hands to heart center, shoulders soft, jaw soft, pelvis open, belly soft. And let's close the class with 3 longs, feeling the energy vibrating at the pelvic floor. Exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for long. Staying rooted and connected with the sensations in your body. Bowing your chin to your chest again. Thanking yourself, accepting yourself where you are. Gratitude for yourself for showing up through all of life's twists and turns and uncertainties. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys, and if you're still resting, stay resting. And each class going forward, we're going to be working our way up through the chakras. So next we're going to have Svadhisthana, which is our creativity, our sexual chakra, the next one up. So if you guys want to continue to explore and play with me, each class will add upon the next. And if you have any questions, as always, feedback or requests, please let me know. I am available. You all know how to reach me. And I hope you have a wonderful day and evening. I love you. And bye, Chini. I just saw you. Hey, honey. All right. Peace out. I'll see you later. Hi.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. So glad that you got to pop on there.
Yay.
I'm going to send you a message. We'll talk. All right. Bye, loves.